Arfit Chicks podcast back again, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Woohoo! Happy St. Patrick's Day!
And as if you couldn't figure it out, this episode will be all about this guy.
And if you're not watching us, and you're just listening to our audio, it is Leprechaun.
The Leprechaun.
The Leprechaun.
Yes. So this podcast episode is all about the 1993 horror cult classic Leprechaun and all of its sequels.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We are just talking about the sequels where Warwick Davis played the Leprechaun because there's a bunch of other Leprechaun movies, and but he wasn't part of those.
Yeah.
So we're just focusing on six of them. So
Yep.
yeah, we are so we all recently watched all of these movies.
They forced me to watch these movies.
It's research for the podcast.
Oh, God.
And yeah, we need to really talk about this because
We have to unpack a
was
lot of
something.
things.
It
So
was
the
something.
original Leprechaun from '93, I am sure that I had seen it. Of course, Jennifer Aniston is in it. I'm sure that I had seen it way back in the day or at some point in the
Yeah.
'90s. Um, yeah, this isn't one of those these movies that I have enjoyed watching so much that once the next one comes out, I'm like ready to watch it.
Yeah.
But rewatching it and texting the ladies throughout. So a lot of a lot of our recent texts in the last couple weeks has been me just saying, "What is going on here?" Because this movie is not for the weak. Let's just say that.
Well, I for one actually like Leprechaun, the original. Actually like it. I think it's
Yeah.
a clever concept to use this mythical creature for a horror movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought the movie is decent. I didn't even watch it for this marathon that I did. I didn't even watch the first one because I've seen it so many times, honestly. I just saw the other ones. But yeah, I don't hate Leprechaun. I feel like I feel like Leprechaun, the first Leprechaun did well, then yeah, you're gonna automatically get a sequel, which is fine.
Right.
But then after that, they should have stopped.
Yeah.
They should have stopped.
Well, you think about in the whole world of horror movies and their sequels, how many franchises should have stopped after, if not the first one, at least the second one?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that they made so
So
many movies
many. Yeah.
that he made so many of these, that he
Yeah.
kept coming
Yeah.
back to do all these.
I mean, he's a very well-known actor. He's been in some very serious films as
He's been,
well.
I mean, yeah,
And so I don't know for this one, and I'm sure that for him, the character and the makeup and sitting in, a makeup chair probably took hours.
oh yeah,
For him to get into his character on this. So like this is quite a commitment to this
Right.
character.
Yeah.
I'm sure he enjoyed it, you know.
yeah. I mean,
I'm sure he did.
he
He
had to.
have the money must have been pretty decent for him to continue to do this. I love it. I think I can speak for all of us. I actually really love Warwick Davis.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It's cool that I don't remember when it was, but I feel like when I first saw the Leprechaun movie, I didn't know that he was the one. Like maybe I didn't pay attention to
yeah.
the I
I
didn't pay
don't think
attention to
I probably did either. Yeah,
the cast list and didn't realize it. And then at some point I realized that it was him and I said, "Wow, that he's does a lot. He does a lot of or a little bit of everything. He dabbles in a little bit of everything."
I mean,
Um,
and he's been in like big
No, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. He's like sci-fi, a sci-fi like
Drama.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's doing horror movies, and he's done episodes of like Star Trek and things like that. Like he's done a lot of things, and I think a lot of it is character work. Like he's in costume, so you wouldn't even know he was
right,
in it because he's unrecognizable.
right.
But he's a great actor. He plays this Leprechaun very well. I feel like
Yeah.
he just did what he could with the
W-
character
With
because
what he was given, yeah.
yeah, because at some point it's like, I mean, he made the movies, fun in their own way,
Yeah.
and he was I feel like he was the perfect person to play Leprechaun.
Yeah.
So it was good casting. And maybe I didn't even look into this, but maybe there was some kind of deal where he signed on to do a few movies, and that's why he was
Oh,
doing
that's
so
possible.
many. But and why did it stop after six? Like why didn't he continue doing more? Like who knows?
Yeah,
But
I
I
wonder
guess
if
that's
it just had to do with his movie schedule. Like maybe he
yeah,
had
it could
some
have been
other
maybe he
maybe it
had
was
a
maybe it was the
commitment.
green, maybe it was the gold.
not
The
enough
Pentacle.
gold.
Maybe it was the gold. I
The
mean, for many
gold.
actors, it is the gold.
He probably yeah, maybe he had like a commitment, a movie commitment. Um, what do you call it? And in his contract, kind of like
Well,
he wasn't able to make.
the last one he was in was in 2003. So when was he in Lord of
Yeah,
the Rings? Because he was in Lord,
he was in Lord of the
So
Rings
I
too.
mean, if I had a chance to be in Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't do another Leprechaun movie.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
so
It's
that's
true.
possible.
It's true.
But I also want to say that I feel like these movies, apart from the first one, because I agree with you, Sonia, I really like actually really like the first one. Um, for the theme that they actually turned this little mythical creature into this like horror like icon, really.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I just looked something up. He was never in Lord of the Ring. It's a common misconception
He was in Harry
because
Potter,
he's such
no?
a big name.
Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry
I'm
Potter.
sorry. I meant Harry Potter. I know it was one
There
of
you go.
those.
It yes, he was in Harry
Yes,
Potter.
it was
Yeah,
in Harry Potter.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That was
No,
my
I
mistake.
remember.
That's what I meant.
No.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But still, those movies around that time, those movies were coming out. So, you know. But anyway, so apart from the first one, which I agree was a good concept and everything, and the movie is what it was for the time, right? Like the early 90s, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like the rest of the franchise, like they did this character dirty. Because I think they could have done so much
Yeah.
more to make him like he look yes a leprechaun, a crazy looking leprechaun coming out in front of people and people don't know what it is and they get like scared or what's this, and it kind of scares them a little bit, but they made the rest of these movies so much more like a comedy than a horror
Yeah,
movie,
absolutely. I
Yes.
mean, I know I was laughing throughout
Yeah.
the whole thing. I
and
mean, if anything, there was nothing, I felt like there was nothing really truly scary about it, except that, because it was more comedic, right? Like, to your point, it was totally more comedic than it was horror, because there was no real, like, even like, if there were gory moments, like in The Hood when he pulled off, Ice T's ring finger. Like that was a moment of like, ouch, yeah, that's ow. Like
Yeah.
now this poor dude's got, whatever.
Yeah.
Or what's the one where he came out of someone's pee-pee?
face.
His face.
Like that was like, ouch, yeah, yeah, that must hurt,
But
bro.
it wasn't, but but like
It wasn't
it
scary though,
wasn't gory
otherwise.
either.
Right.
Like you would think that the guy died, but there was
Right.
no, they didn't
But
show
they
any
didn't
blood or
show.
anything. It's kind of like they didn't have enough budget to even add these things into the movies.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
And they
just
were
kind
just
of
making the movies just because to put Leprechaun on the screen again.
they just cut away and let you like kind of hear like him
Yeah,
screaming and stuff,
yeah,
and then you like just assume what's happening to him.
yeah,
And
yeah.
but yeah, this I feel like they could have done so much more with the character. He has good like a good premise to be evil, right? People are stealing his gold and he wants
Yeah,
to get it back.
yeah.
Hmm.
And he's magical. So he could have done so much shit to these people.
Yeah.
Like he hardly ever like
Although
just
I quite enjoyed the one where, which one was the one where the woman, her lips start to inflate and
that
then
was
her
That was
boobs,
part
and
three.
then her boobs start to inflate and her butt.
no, that's I mean, yeah, that's like the magic. Yeah.
Uh,
It wasn't like that for all the movies.
No.
Like
Part
I just
three,
think
part three, I feel like was one of, out of all of them, was one of the more gory ones
yeah.
that
yeah.
had more blood, and you can actually see things happening, or they showed things happening. But
It
yeah,
was pretty
generally,
raunchy though, I have to say.
yeah,
Raunchy as hell. All
yeah,
of them were raunchy as hell. So yeah.
But part three, the story wasn't great. I mean,
no,
I actually like that he was in Vegas because that should
That should have been, yeah.
that
it,
would seem to me like
yeah,
a good like for one of the sequels a good location because of the gambling
the
and the
money, like
and the
gold,
yeah
whatever.
get a goal or make give you a wish and oh and they that I thought that was a perfect location for it but the
Yeah.
execution was terrible.
I agree. I agree.
So I feel bad because I feel like these movies would get a lot more like recognition. I mean, people know Leprechaun and in horror that Leprechaun is
Yeah, but they don't
amazing,
talk. But
right?
they don't talk about all the movies. They talk about Leprechaun movie, like let's say the original in general, like oh the Leprechaun movie, and people watch it on St. Patrick's Day or in March because
Right.
that love horror. They watch it because it's Leprechaun. You got to watch Leprechaun, right? But no, they don't talk about
Yeah.
Leprechaun 2 through whatever. They don't do that.
And then you don't really
They
hear
talk
about
about Leprechaun as a character, not necessarily like the movie.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Yeah,
usually only
agree.
around this time.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, around this time, we were just watching all of them on certain platforms. We won't say which ones. But suddenly, when it came closer to St. Patrick's Day, they were all pulled. Obviously, because they want you to pay for it on other platforms. But
well, I tell you
anyway,
right now, the Sci-Fi Channel is doing a marathon.
they
It's
want
good
you.
for
Oh,
them.
really? They
Mhm.
want you to show that gold. Anyway, sorry, guys. I have to, The gold was the thing. I got to find my gold.
It's
Um, yeah,
you
I
so
think, and the one in space was like actually very interesting because like I mean yeah they showed him like in the beginning or whatever, but it like was I kind of was laughing because I was like, are they really taking this to a Star Trek level? Like it seemed very like serious, very sci-fi for a while.
Well, I feel like
yes.
they tried to make it.
I guess.
They tried to make it kind of a combination of aliens
Yes,
Jason X
exactly. And what?
and Jason X.
Yeah, exactly.
They wanted this horror creature, horror entity to be in space, which overall it's not a bad idea. You can kind of figure something out with that, but they it was low budget, you could tell,
Very.
and they just I didn't understand maybe I missed this part, but I didn't understand how he even got up there.
Yes, I don't know.
He
How
was
did he
just
get anywhere,
he was
honestly?
just in the well, in in the second one, we saw the beginning, like the kind of the origins of him back in
Yes,
his day or whatever, and he was got trapped in that tree,
right.
and in the present day, he was unearthed from the tree, and so okay, we find out how he gets
Yeah,
there that way,
that made sense.
but
Yeah.
and even in the hood ones when they found the statue of him with the medallion and they took him off and he came out, that was the one, that was the thing that was protecting him to keep
Well, it
him
was keeping it's
at
keeping
bay,
him right.
so but in the space one he was just there in the spacecraft with these people. Like, how did he get there?
Yeah.
I didn't understand it at all. They didn't make sense of it, and it
It's
was
magic.
and it was, I don't know, unless he blinked or whatever and got up there. I don't know how he would have got up there. And but what I did like, so Leprechaun, I've seen a bunch of times, and I
Yeah.
know that one. Leprechaun 2 I have seen before. I had seen before this
Yeah.
time,
Me too.
but I forgot certain things from the movie. So I have to rewatch. Leprechaun 2 is not too bad.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not too bad. It's okay. Like, it's watchable. After
I
that,
think I think well, what was the third one was the space one? What was the third one?
No, the third one
Vegas.
was Vegas.
Vegas. Okay. Yeah, I guess the Vegas one, but it was still humorous to me. So I still kind of like I don't want to
Yeah,
say enjoyed them, but they were funny through like I think it was honestly I don't know if it was because like I had like a little bit of like a week's break, but by the time I got to the hood ones, I was like this is so boring. I didn't really enjoy the hood ones. I did like I appreciated that there were certain moments where they still tried to do like an homage to old movies like The Shining when he had the axe and he was like, you know, when he was axing through the door or
yeah.
whatever and he comes out like that was kind of that was really cool. I like that scene. I think that was later on in the hood ones, but
They did a lot.
otherwise I
They did
didn't
a
really
lot of like a lot of these a lot of these movies was very um not politically correct.
exactly. Oh yeah.
The-
Like I mean yeah, totally. All
Um,
of them, none of them were politically correct.
I mean,
But there was some more than a
in like yeah, like the third one with the pawn shop owner.
yo with the pawn shop owner was so okay. The second one,
Well, let's go one. Let's talk about the first one and second one.
well,
Let's
that's what
go.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
the first one, like I was saying, the first
That's
one
my fault.
is a great movie. I don't know if we want to go more into detail on the first one,
I
or
mean, we don't have to.
because
I agree. I think that
yeah,
It was it was the most my
it's the
most
best one.
favorite
It's the best
one. It
one. Like,
is. It is.
it's
if
But
funny.
like
anybody says
listen guys,
different,
if you're
then
going to
they're
watch it, you just watch the first one and be
yeah.
done.
If anybody says different, then it's there's something wrong because the first one is the best one.
Yeah.
This and
It was
again,
also Jennifer Aniston's movie debut. Did you know
yeah,
that?
yes,
Yeah.
I did
Okay.
know that.
Sorry.
The second one was decent.
I thought it was. I thought it was. I liked the second one. I liked the Uncle Morty. I thought it was really
I
funny.
thought it was a good premise.
I also thought it was a good premise. I liked the scene when they were trying to figure out how because the kid's girlfriend was taken by the leprechaun and he was trying to get his Uncle Morty to help him and he decided to get him drunk at the bar. I thought that scene was so
Yeah,
fun.
but it
Like,
was funny.
you can't drink. Nobody's gonna tell me what. And he was like,
Yeah.
come on. And he kept getting him like he was like
Yeah.
sloshed. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I like that the uncle had the business of like
The spooky
a
tours.
spooky Hollywood tour. And he would have people in an old hearse and he would drive them around to spooky like movie locations and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And it had that like mystical, like, ew, he's going to look for a bride who's going to want to be with him.
I
Bleh.
know. I know.
Like you were just disgusted the whole time. Like, ew.
It was
Like, and the
gross.
things that he would say, like, we're going to have lots of babies or whatever. Like,
And that one, it
ew.
did have that one had out of the whole franchise, that one I think that one had one of the better kills when the guy was got ripped apart by that lawnmower thing.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So I
The fan,
it was
it
yeah,
was like the rotor thing
it was
from
like
the
lawnmower blades or
yes.
something.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
he thought it was like boobs in front of him.
Yeah.
The leprechaun made like a
He was like,
hologram. He was like getting close to it, but it was really like
and
the
that was actually one of the very few scenes where you're like, ah,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
yes, yes.
don't put your mouth there.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that's one of the I'm trying to think, like that's probably one of or the best kills in the whole franchise. Like if there
Yeah,
was more things like that, because like again, he's magical. He can make
anything happen.
you look
Anything.
at something and think it's something else. Like he could do things like that. So he should have done that a lot more.
Yeah.
And he did it. So, but anyway, yeah, overall I thought that the second one, not as good as the first, but it wasn't terrible. It was tolerable, I thought.
Yeah, it was tolerable. I agree.
It was yeah,
I agree.
me too.
I do remember that I have also seen part three a long time ago because I do remember Caroline Williams in this with that got the big lips and the big boobs and the butt and stuff. So I do remember that, and I do remember also, which I think this was a terrible um part of the plot. I don't know why they did this, but then the kid that had the coin started turning into a leprechaun. Like, why?
I
That
I
made
don't
no sense.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that either.
Yeah.
That made
I didn't get
absolutely
that at
no
all.
sense.
He got bit because that's
Yeah,
what happened. He got
right.
bit,
That's true, but
and that's why or he got bit, and some leprechaun, some of the leprechaun's blood or something fell in the bite or something, and after that is when he started to act weird and started to change. But whatever, that doesn't matter. The point is that whole thing,
Yeah.
it didn't work. Like they should have not done it. They should have not done it.
I thought part three was I thought three, although it was cheesy, I thought it was the funnier one out of all of them.
Hmm.
Like I thought
It
it
was
was
funny.
more comedic. Like I
I
like
did think it was funny that the when the kid was turning into the leprechaun and stuff, all he wanted to eat was potatoes. I did
Done.
think that was
I'm
funny.
so
And he
done.
was
yeah,
eating like French fries in the room, and then when he went to eat, he went to a show to eat, and he ordered baked potatoes, mashed potatoes.
yeah.
So I did think that was funny.
I thought overall it had the funnier moments. I liked the banter between the magician, the Fazio, the great Fazio, whatever, and the I forgot her character, but Caroline Williams. I liked their banter
Oh yeah,
throughout and
yeah,
stuff. I
yeah,
also in part three, I also did like that they used the coin that they had would grant you a wish. Like
Oh yeah.
oh yes,
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
yes,
you get this coin, you wish for something and it comes true.
yes,
And he would always be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
yeah,
They could have done like honestly, that could have been the premise for all of them.
yeah,
Because all these people like if you think about the Wishmaster movies, there's like four of those.
yeah,
Those are like the same thing. Like he's a genie, which is
Right.
another good theme for a horror movie because he could be like like an evil genie, whatever. You see him or whatever, you get a wish, but of course the wish is like not like you ask for
it's
something,
always distorted.
he
It's not really
plays
what you
around with
exactly
it.
were expecting.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. So it could have been this whole series, the whole franchise could have been like that. Most of the time they found the coins and stuff and they just was like oh, I have like, look, I got gold, and it's like
I know.
they want stuff, which okay, but if they knew they could get a wish and then they were just wishing for crazy things and he was making them happen, but then like fucked up shit would happen to them because of it, I think they would have made a better, but they, I
It's
don't know.
true.
But those are a few things from the third one that I actually
I
enjoyed.
don't
I didn't,
remember seeing the third one at all. I don't remember seeing anything after the second one. And
I don't.
and
I definitely didn't.
so I didn't realize I did like Caroline Williamson. I didn't know that. And
I do like seeing Vegas in the 90s or whatever. That yeah, like that was kind of
but then
cool.
yeah, and
It
but then
was
there
like,
was some parts though that looked staged. Like some parts of the scenery that looked staged
oh,
that didn't look like
probably.
they were really in Vegas.
yeah.
You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I feel
but
like the scene where she was driving and the car breaks down or whatever on the strip. It looked like this like the strip was behind her or whatever.
Hmm.
Behind, yeah, him. That part looked like Vegas. I was like, that's kind of cool.
oh,
It's kind
okay.
of cool to see like old New York, old Vegas,
Yeah.
old cities, you know. I love that, especially from the 90s. It's
So
cool.
they yeah, it's cool and it's cool also throughout the well in some of the movies that there's some like current horror icons in the movies that
Yeah.
people know
Yeah.
of. Like in part two, like we didn't mention that Clint Howard was in that, but for a
Yeah.
short
Yep.
moment
A little
in the
bit.
beginning. But he was in that, and I forgot about that when I was watching it.
Me too.
So and then you said and Caroline Williams is in the third one. So yeah, so it was cool to kind of see that and see them in
Yeah.
these movies. Like, wow, they did these movies. I never, you know, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best part of one of the best parts of the third one was him eating the potatoes. I kind of thought that was funny.
He loved those potatoes.
He loved them. He looked more like a werewolf, like he was turning into a
He,
werewolf,
he
not a
did.
leprechaun. But every once in a while, he would go into some kind of Irish accent.
Yeah.
That's the only. But otherwise, he was getting like
He was
sideburns
getting
and
this like
stuff.
these really, yeah, sideburns and
Yeah, I
stuff.
was like,
He was breaking out and stuff.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. And another thing with that one, which I know it's a movie, right? But that kid was 18. What are you doing in a casino?
I know.
You can't be gambling. You got checking IDs. I don't get this. The whole time.
They gave him a
And they
room and
gave him a
everything.
and
Wait,
they gave him a
isn't
room.
18 the age that you can gamble? I thought it was 18. No, it's 21.
No.
Oh. I thought it was 18.
No.
No.
Oh.
You have to go be 21.
To go to the casinos in Vegas?
She said it. The girl in the movie said it. That she's
Oh,
underage. She mentioned it.
that's
Yeah,
weird.
you gotta be 21.
Yeah. And but not only that, they gave him a room. So you have to
He was
show
living it
ID
up.
and whatever to do that. Right? Like so that they just left a lot of stuff like holes in it. Which
Yeah.
again, I know it's a movie and they have to get through it and but yeah, they could have made it look more like he was sneaking around in there and people didn't know, but
Yeah, he was just walking around like normal.
like he was walking around like not nothing. And you have money to do all this stuff? Oh, he
Well,
had money.
he gambled his whole like college like
Yeah,
tuition
money.
check or something. What?
So
See, my
anyway,
parents gave me this check like for the door because he was on his way to college for the dorms and stuff.
right.
He gambled that whole thing. That and look, and then he tried to turn into a leprechaun, eating potatoes and getting fucked up. Anyway, on on to
So
four.
wait, but so Leprechaun, just another note to say before we go on, I was trying to look up the um the domestic sales from the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The original Leprechaun made $8,555,940 domestically.
Okay.
Apparently, it was about three times its budget or something. It made like
Yeah,
three times its
I
budget.
can see that for 1993. Yeah.
Yeah. Leprechaun 2 made 2,200,000 and some,
I can see that too.
so a lot less.
Yeah.
Leprechaun 3 was the first of all the Leprechaun movies to go straight to video,
Oh.
which makes
Oh.
sense to me
Damn.
because
Damn.
that movie came out
In
in
today's time,
1990.
that's like going straight to streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
they
video on
yeah,
demand
yeah, or Tubi.
or Tubi.
Damn. She went there on Tubi, straight to
That's definitely a
free
Tubi movie.
Tubi.
That's definitely a Tubi movie.
Damn.
But
That is where I
that
watched
movie
it.
came out in 1995, and I don't remember it being in the movie theater. So,
Yeah. No,
so
I
yeah,
don't.
so it makes sense that it was in the theaters, not in theaters on video, and then the rest of the movies for sure
Yeah.
Yes.
because they ain't
Yeah,
putting that on.
because if you watch them, you would know that they went straight to video.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Leprechaun. So Leprechaun 4 in space, 1997. Um. Yeah. We
So he goes to space to find
he's
his
in
alien
space.
princess wife.
Somehow he's in space.
Yes. Trying to be king. What is he trying to be? King of space or something? I don't
King of,
know.
he said king of the world or king of the
The universe?
something like that. Some king of, you know, something. Yeah.
Ruler of the
Ruler
universe.
of something. I don't know.
With my gold. Where's my
Gold.
gold?
Let me gold.
And there's in this one too. So I never saw this.
No, I
This is the
never
first,
saw it either.
this is the first time I watched.
By the way, all of these movies are directed by different people.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
All of them are
Nobody
directed
was
by
gonna come
different.
back to do
Nobody
another
came
one.
back for the next one.
Nobody
Yeah,
came back.
no, nobody came back for another one. This movie also had another horror icon, Miguel
Yes.
Nunez.
He was the best part of the
He's the best
movie.
part of the movie. Yeah.
I thought so.
He's good in I feel like he's good in everything he does, even if the whole movie is crap, he's still good.
Which this
So
one was.
yeah. It was bad, this one. Oh my God. This was so in when I started watching when in the middle of watching three, I started to go like with these
Hmm.
movies. And then after four and five, it started to plummet.
Yeah.
Plummet. I was it was hard to get through them. It
Yeah.
was very hard to stomach them. I was doing it for this,
I know.
but
This
I've
one,
never
so
watched them. I'm never watching these
so
again.
I
Leprechaun,
know. I
Leprechaun in
know.
space, Leprechaun in space again could have had potential. Like
Yeah,
all these movies,
yeah.
they could have done so much. This movie had so much going on at the same time. Like the theme kept changing. It was weird.
Yeah.
And no like with no
Reasoning
like
why it was just
transition. Like it wasn't like it was just he was trying to be whatever, ruler of the universe, whatever. And then he was in I don't then he was in space to meet his bride or whatever. And then for some reason, and first of all, the makeup on some of these people was terrible. That guy that had the half head that was
oh
metal,
yeah, 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 yeah.
that was who did that? Because that looked horrible. And then the other guy that looked like what's that? You know what you remind me of? That blob thing in the from like what is it like the Ninja Turtles or something? One of those that cartoon that has it has this pink blob thing
Oh, yes. Yeah.
from it's
I
from one of
don't.
those old 80s cartoons. You know what I'm talking about,
Yes,
right?
I
I
do. I
do,
do.
I do.
And it rolled around in like a metal body thing or something.
Yeah.
That's what
Hmm.
this thing reminded me of. First of all, you only see him on the screen, and then when you see him, he was like rolling on this thing, and it was like, and it was only like half of like,
Yeah,
and he was like the lead, not the leader, but he
he
was
was
like
like
the
the
head
head, a scientist, or said something there.
or the one that set up the mission they're on or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And that too didn't look good, and the character was just awful.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, the captain of the platoon or whatever started cross-dressing and then was like a woman or something. Like
Oh,
what?
yeah.
What?
Forgot about that. I forgot about that.
That
I
it was just it was silly. That's the
Yeah.
word. The whole
yeah.
movie was so
And then
silly.
the princess really truly reminded me of like one of the characters from like Star Trek that like Captain Kirk would have probably been like seeing, you know, like
Yeah.
wooing. It totally was
Well, it
like
could have.
they
I mean, again, that could have worked on with a good like premise and plot. He's there to, he's trying to been trying to get a bride for a little while since like the second one, right? And now he's not having luck or something. Okay, go to space and find one. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it could have, but it
Yeah.
just because at one point they were really talking like, yeah, we're gonna make this work. Like they were like, she was for it for a little while.
yeah, she was.
She was like, she wasn't like,
I was like, "Girl, what are you
Trying to get
doing?"
away
she
and
wasn't running away from him and
yeah.
stuff,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Or calling her because her father was the king and stuff. It's like, why you not calling your dad? Come get you. Why are you here in this? I don't know. The,
Yeah.
that whole movie made absolutely no sense.
It did not. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
I honestly was like so confused.
So after this one, we have see. I think the Hood movies were better than the space one. I like
Um,
the Hood movies better than the space one.
I had a really hard time with the hood
They
one, but
I
weren't
had a hard
like
time
let
with
let's
them.
let's get
I
into
guess
it.
so. I guess so. Yes.
I'm not saying they were good. I'm just saying I
No,
like
I
them better.
guess, yeah, I would, if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose between watching Leprechaun in Space or Leprechaun in the Hood, I would watch Leprechaun in the Hood. Yeah. Okay. So in that way, okay. But
Damn.
in the same, it's true. But yeah, but the Hood ones was hard to watch. Leprechaun in the Hood,
Oh
Leprechaun
my.
5
Iced
in the
tea.
Hood came out 2000. Again, I never saw this one.
I never saw this one either.
And Ice T was in it.
This was another silly one.
This was another like beyond silly
Beyond
one.
silly.
The beginning when he Ice T and his friend broke in, they it was like a wall in a wall in some place. I don't even know where they were.
Yeah.
They broke through a wall and they were looking for money or something buried, right? And
Yeah.
I did like that the statue was there
Yeah, me too.
of the leprechaun with the medallion, and I thought, and you know what, when you take the medallion, so the medallion was the thing that was keeping him down, was keeping him
Like it turned
in
them into
stone.
stone and
Yeah,
and kept
right.
them. Yeah.
So, but then these greedy people come and they want to grab it, and he comes to life.
Well, they
I
find the gold, and
Yeah,
then his boy took the medallion off, and then he
yeah,
comes to life and kills him
right.
and
And
stuff.
then he
But
goes after Ice T, and Ice T was he did get hurt, but he was able to subdue him, put the medallion back, get the medallion back on him. So he took the gold and the statue, and then it was like many years later, and he's this big shot hip hop or not hip hop. It wasn't even hip hop because it was like
It was rap.
rap,
And
gangster
it
rap
was so
uh,
bad. It was
producer
so
or
bad. There was
somebody.
a lot of bad rap
And
in these
and
movies.
he had this big house and he had a lot of like fancy things and he had the statue there
in glass.
in glass with the medallion.
And when he gets
And
robbed,
and obviously he knows that if you he kept it to protect
So
like
what? And he
people
took the
or
gold.
everyone because huh?
And he took the gold.
Oh no, I know. He took the gold and he took the statue, but he took the statue because he knew if he left it there and someone took that out, the leprechaun would be loose. So
Right.
he was
right.
trying to, And so so then and then there was these three guys, a group, rap group, trying to make it with positive rap. I was like, get out of here with this. And you know, and starting to trying to figure out like if we have to do something different, go harder, or else no one's gonna get recognized. They bump into Ice T. They're gonna do that, whatever. He said, oh, maybe we can change you up, make things work, whatever. Then bright they get the bright idea to rob him. So this whole rob thievery going on in Ice T's house. He didn't have an alarm system. He didn't have security.
Yeah, hello.
They just
But
went
he had
in,
all this stuff, all
and he
this.
had all this jewelry and riches and all this in his house, and they just came in like it was nothing, and they were ransacking things. Where is he? You don't hear that? There should be cameras outside. You should have dogs outside. You should have armed
Yeah,
guards
yeah,
and security officers outside.
yeah.
That whole thing didn't even make
It
sense.
had the same security as the Louvre, which is none. No.
That made no sense
Yeah.
at all.
And then they see the statue and they're like, ooh,
Well, they see the medallion.
Well,
the
One
medallion.
of
guy
them.
saw it. Yeah, one guy saw it.
So he breaks it to get it off, and then of course
You let him loose.
life and Ice T comes out from behind a wall or something, and he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And then somebody one of them shoots him.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead, and he comes up
I
with
thought he was dead too.
Yeah,
I texted you guys. I was like, hold up.
yeah.
Ice T dead
he shot
or
him, and he
not?
was just there, and then they left, and you don't hear about him for a while, and then he shows up like, "What?
Yeah.
What? The guy
They
stole
didn't even explain that. Like, it
No.
wasn't like a smooth transition.
the guys took his money, and apparently he had this magic whistle that Ice T used to become
Right, right,
rich
right. The
and
whistle,
famous, and they were using it to become like big pop
like
rock
popular.
star hip hop stars or whatever. They were using it when once they figured out what it was, they were using it for that, and then all of a sudden Ice T shows up and is trying to get it back because now he doesn't have his like secret weapon anymore. And in the midst of all this, the leprechaun is trying to get all his shit back.
Right.
And then at the end, he starts rapping.
Well, then towards the end, apparently the leprechaun was gathering like a bunch of hoes, and he had a whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had an army of hoes.
I can't. I can't.
And he was then they were seducing like the guys to try and get him to come in so he could get his stuff back.
Yeah. What a mess.
They had him smoking weed.
No,
What he said in the
no,
movie?
wait. And then the guys had to dress like girls to go to get through
What
to
was
the.
it? A friend
I
in
said,
weed.
I
A
got
friend with weed is a friend indeed.
Yes.
when they came
When
out
they
and
were
said,
all dressed
I
in
know,
drag.
well, I know how we could get there, and they were dressing up like women. I said,
I'm done.
Oh
I'm done.
wait. We have to talk about this too. Because the DJ apparently was some kind of like scientist. He knows about chemicals and stuff.
yeah, right,
And then they were trapped in some place where the leprechaun was. Oh, and then they stayed with another like a um another like cross dresser
Yeah.
that was in the from the town or whatever. And he would let people stay with him and stuff,
yeah,
but
Oh, yes,
he
that's
was a cross
right.
dresser and stuff.
Right.
And then that was actually a funny kill too, because the leprechaun just walked into the house and he was just there in like a nightgown. He's like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "What? Do you
well,
see
you don't
him?"
think that's weird? Yeah,
And
I
he said, "Let me like come with me, sugar." Like that. And he took them in the bedroom and stuff. And then the guys come out, and all you hear is this
And
loud like
there,
yelling and like moaning and stuff. It's like, "Oh, he got somebody here, whatever." And when they open the thing, they just see like the bed kind of rocking and stuff. And then they close the thing. But then when you look, when they show him back in there, you see he has
awful,
his blood over like his
awful,
bed and stuff.
awful,
There's
awful.
a leprechaun there to give him some loving.
Awful.
Leprechaun
Awful.
fucked him up.
It was so
There was
bad.
so
I'm sorry.
there,
That
there
scene
was
was
so much
so
going.
bad.
There was so much going on in
There
this
was
movie.
a lot going on in this movie
And
too.
some, so no, I want to go back to the DJ because at some
Yeah.
point when they were trapped in that apartment and they were trying to get out, and he put what was it, a heating pad, and he put like a douche on it,
Oh,
and he said one with this when it activates with the electricity, it's gonna do it, make an explosion. He was like, put the douche. He was going
Oh
to
my
put it on,
God.
and then he plugged it in and put it on the front.
I'm
And
dead.
then when the leprechaun stepped on it and they turned on the light or whatever, he was like, "Ah, he got electrocuted and stuff." Come on.
Oh my
It's
God.
just, it was just
And it was
over
his
the
idea to
top.
dress and drag at the end. That's how you're gonna get. How we gonna get close to him? Because all he has is the hose around him. So we
Honestly,
Yeah.
gotta
how
either get
could
dressed
you
up.
how can you there's just too much in these movies. Ridiculousness. If you told this literally to somebody who's never seen them before, like they'd be like, "What?" So confused.
I thought it was pretty funny that they crushed up four-leaf clover and put it in the weed so he could smoke it.
Yeah.
That's how they subdued him.
And he was like, this is the bomb." And he's like, "Yeah, the bomb."
It was smart to do that.
It was.
It was smart to do that. I will say that. It was smart.
And he kept smoking it, and then he was getting the munchies, and he went to the refrigerator, and he was like trying everything, and he thought everything was gross, but then he got like locked in there, and he was like, what is it?
That's in the last one.
No, that's in the Back to the
Oh,
Good.
sorry.
You was in your
That
good
was
movies
that. Yeah,
because he was already a pothead, and now we go to Leprechaun 6, back to the hood. This one, so I liked the hood movies better than the space one. And out of the two hood movies, I liked 6 better than 5. Again, they weren't great or by any means, but I thought the acting was better in 6. Like, they had like some decent like people in it, you know, that people would know. Laz Alonso was a good actor, and he was in this movie. Um, I thought the story was a little better, that they found the gold and they were trying, like, somebody was trying to use it to like go to school or something, and then or
Yeah.
buy a new car to go so she could go to school. And but then a bunch of them took the gold. One of the guys took the gold and bought like 2 big garbage bags full of weed.
Yeah.
And then, it so I like the premise a little bit better in the last one.
Yeah.
Um
Same, but
But the
still.
story overall was still like the same. The leprechaun was a pothead in part 5, and he's still a pothead in 6 because he was smoking out of a bong in 6.
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
Um, and he saw one of his coins next to the guy that was sharing his bong, and he thought it was him. And he stuck the bong in his stomach. That was a cool
Yo, that
kill.
was a cool kill. That was a clever
I'm dead.
kill, actually. It would have been cool though if he did that and then people came in the room and the leprechaun was smoking the bong from the guy.
I thought that he was gonna do
I
that.
thought they were gonna do something like that.
I once I saw
It's
him.
so over the top that that's what you assume.
Once he
Yeah.
once he killed the guy, I was like, he better not keep smoking that bong while it's in that guy, because I really thought that he was
I
gonna
thought
do
he
that
was too.
because he was
I
so
don't
addicted to the weed already.
yeah. I I I vaguely remember seeing parts of this movie
So do I.
before,
So do
but
I.
generally, when I was watching it again this time, generally, I don't remember
Yeah,
like much, honestly. I remember some character, like people
yeah,
and
me
things,
too.
but generally, this was like watching it for the first time because,
Me too.
yeah, that was,
You didn't remember these scenes? These iconic scenes? I'm dead.
I think feel like is one of the movies I saw maybe a part of it once, like in flicking
It was
channels,
probably on
back
Sci-Fi or
CNN it.
something, on
Yeah.
the Sci-Fi
You know what I
channel or
mean?
something. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
me too.
and if they
I
show it on
definitely
if they
remember
show
some
it
of it.
on basic cable, they don't show all the parts, so
What would
you
you
wouldn't
I just
see.
have one question for both of you. What if you met another horror fan or whatever, and you ask them, what's your favorite horror movie? And they say, Leprechaun in the Hood. What
Um,
would you think?
I would think they have terrible taste in horror movies. It
They
might be
would
good
have to
for it
have
might be
Oh
good
my
for a hood
god.
movie, but not for a horror movie.
right.
It
I would
is a
be
pretty
curious.
good character for a costume though. I have to
Oh
say.
yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
costume is
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it would be a great costume.
I mean, the Leprechaun, I'm telling you, the Leprechaun, the
Itself.
idea of doing the Leprechaun as this character, as this evil horror character, is a great idea.
Yeah,
They just
I agree. Yep.
they just did it wrong with this franchise.
I wonder
Besides
if
the
do you
first
think
one.
they will ever remake these movies?
Well, they already
Well,
made they have a bunch of other ones,
Yeah, they do. They have right. They
but it's
have
not
more
going to be the
current
same
ones.
because
but
he's not in
they
it.
can't people they someone at some point can, right, remake it because people remake a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah, sure.
But they don't need to, and not because it was so good. It's just like I don't think anybody wants to
It's not
see it.
necessary. Yeah.
Right.
I
Nobody's
don't think
asking
anybody
for it.
wants to see
Well,
it.
people don't ask for a lot of movies that they remake, but
Also, it was
those do.
this one in particular is pretty crass and, like we said, politically
If they
incorrect.
made it
They would
now,
have to change it a
they
lot.
couldn't do it
It
like
wouldn't be the same.
they
No.
couldn't do it like they have now because yeah,
In
too
probably a
cute
better
now.
way.
Well,
It's too but things are too PC now, and if you
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
put the quirks and the jabs that he's known for in them, then it's gonna bomb from the beginning.
Right.
It's gonna bomb from the start.
he has to come out like Scary Movie 6. Like they don't care if they offend
Yeah,
anybody.
Yeah, and if
right.
it's Warwick again, I think people might see it for sure.
Maybe.
If he did another Leprechaun movie, I would watch it.
I think people would go out and
No,
see
no
him.
doubt. If he came
I,
back,
yeah,
because
I
he's the
think people.
Leprechaun.
I don't know
Yeah.
about in the movie theaters though.
No, I didn't say the movie theaters. I didn't say the movie theaters. I said I would
If
watch.
it went straight to streaming for free, I would watch it
I didn't
again.
say I would watch it in the movie theater. I just said I would watch it.
Would you pay a streaming platform to watch it again with
No,
Warwick? You
no,
wouldn't pay.
I
Okay.
wouldn't pay.
So it has to be free streaming.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It has to be on the service that I'm already
I
paying
agree.
for.
I agree.
Yes. No offense to him. It's not even because of him. It's because
No,
just
no, no. It's
how
not.
terrible the rest of the franchise was.
No.
About
You
the rest
want
of
to
the
see
movies
it.
were.
It's just you're not gonna spend your money because he was in other movies and in these movies and they weren't good. So,
Yeah.
like I would be pissed if I had to pay for these movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And another thing in general about these movies, they a couple times they use the same gag.
Yes.
When in what is it? Leprechaun in the Hood, when they pulled Ice T he pulled Ice T's finger off. He did that in part two.
He did that in.
I think it was part two
Yes, he did that. Yes, it was
to the
yeah.
guy in the street.
Yeah, they didn't do too many
Oh,
like new kills.
The
I
guy
agree.
that was he was like, "Oh, you'll be a good actor. You're an actor, whatever." He gave him a card and he saw his face break and
right.
Yes,
he's
hold
an
his
actor.
finger.
So they did that twice, and it was something else that I didn't write down. So, but that I saw it when I was watching the later movies. I was like, "Oh, he did this already. He did this in
Yeah.
another movie."
The original idea, however, of him coming out of that guy's pee-pee in the space one was
And she keeps
pretty
talking about
original.
that one.
That
She likes that part.
I mean, it was original.
it was so ridiculous.
Original, yeah, but it was
I did not think they
like
were gonna do that.
if they did that, if they did that, and first of all, why would he be in there?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
they
Guys,
don't
we're not talking about
explain
this enough.
why he is places. In part two, when Morty towards the end when Morty they locked the leprechaun in the safe and Morty was being greedy and he wanted wishes and
Yeah.
he was saying he wants all his gold and whatever they was blowing up in his stomach the gold
Yeah.
chest the gold thing even that part didn't have like blood and stuff they didn't
Right.
even show but that okay I can see he made a wish and this is the way the leprechaun is granting the wish by giving him the gold that way, right? It's not like the guy said he wanted a bigger, if he said I want a bigger like
Dick.
schlong.
Binga.
You know what I mean? Like then you could maybe that's how they would show this. But he was just randomly like making out with someone and getting hot with this girl, and then it started to get weird, and he was like in pain and all this. Why? How,
I
how,
don't know. I think it would have been better if it could have been like the leprechaun was in the guy, but if he just came out of him, out of his skin, not it didn't have to be like that.
yeah,
It could have been just like he was breaking through his chest or his
yeah.
stomach and he like popped out and now he's here. That could have been,
Yeah, they just
but
didn't explain it and it was odd. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about these
yeah,
movies.
I know. I think we can end this here.
I'm sorry. But listen, Leprechaun is definitely a horror movie
Lord have mercy.
icon, like a horror character, icon character. Um,
Mm.
you say you like horror movies and you say Leprechaun and you know about the Leprechaun. Um, overall, I think they did the Leprechaun dirty with with these movies. They could have had a lot better stories, a lot better plots, a lot better kills. And this could have been a franchise that we love, like, Elm Street
It needed to be scarier for
and
sure.
Friday the 13th and Halloween and
They could
all
have
of
had one
the other
comedy
ones.
one in it, right? Random, but
But the comedy in the movies didn't make it bad because a lot of these other movies have their comedic.
no, but it was too much.
Well, that's what it is. It was too much.
The first one had comedy in it, but generally it was like scary. Like
Yeah,
they were
Yeah,
fearful of
right.
him.
yeah. It
So
was too much. The rest of them were too much of the comedy and just the overall plot and stuff of the movies and the acting. Most of the acting was like terrible in these movies too. That didn't help. Anyway, so guys, listen, we did this for you guys, okay? We watched all these movies. We watched all these movies so we could give you this fabulous episode of the Heartful Chicks podcast for St. Patrick's Day. So thank you guys for joining us. Hope you are enjoying your St. Patrick's Day, drinking lots of green beer. What else? Guinness
Yes.
and what's that? What's that they eat? Corned beef
corned beef and cabbage.
and cabbage and potatoes. That
Oh,
stuff.
potatoes. Don't forget the potatoes.
Leprechaun doesn't forget the potatoes, though. Don't forget the potatoes. Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us. We are the Horror Flick Chicks. Make sure you are following us here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channel so you can watch all our lovely videos here. And you can also follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Our podcast will be streaming also on several audio platforms. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. And again, thanks guys for joining us. Sandra, Sonia, and Angie here, and we'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys are here with us too.
Peace. Happy St. Patrick's
Peace,
Day.
love, and horror. Happy St. Patty's Day. Be gold.
Me gold.
That's the end.